The Retreat's Teen Leadership Council answers, how is it challenging to say no and set boundaries?
Saying no can be challenging sometimes because you might be scared to disappoint somebody you really love.
Because you feel a lot of pressure from that person.
Fear of what the other person is going to say.
Fearful of the other person's response.
Embarrassed to say no or uncomfortable with saying no.
You'll feel like maybe they want to take a step further but you're not ready.
Sometimes it's maybe an awkward situation.
Scared of what their other person or their partner will react to setting certain boundaries.
And so a lot of times I think people kind of psych themselves out and they don't want to disappoint someone else.
And it's very difficult to kind of catch people off guard and confront them.
It can be difficult because you're afraid of that change in climate that might result of you abruptly saying no.
You might feel like you'll disappoint your partner, for example.
How they might handle it, whether it's through physical or emotional abuse.
I feel like it's in our human nature to always want to people please and be accepted by others. So we're going to do the most to avoid confrontation.
Why is saying no and setting boundaries important?
To make sure you don't go do something that you're not ready for.
Because if you don't communicate it, then the other person isn't really going to know.
Communication is everything, and you just have to talk to them.
You should be the one in control of your boundaries.
So you can make sure throughout the relationship that those boundaries aren't crossed.
And potentially you could be harming yourself if you don't learn how to say no.
Because you need to know what you want to grow as a person, yourself. Your partner is just someone who's going to be by your side to help grow with you. You don't want that person to diminish you in any way.
You should always be confident in your response and what you feel comfortable with.
For your own well-being, for your own mental health, obviously it's important to have other people's feelings taken into consideration, but you're you. You need to worry about yourself. You're your priority.
I think it's also important because you're setting an example for other people to do the same thing.